So Alex was 19 when he dropped out of college, and he set out on a mission to interview the most successful people in the world, including Bill Gates, Larry King, Maya Angelou, Steve Wozniak, Warren Buffett, Jessica Alba, Quincy Jones, and a whole lot more, all in an effort to learn what their secret to success is. Well, he discovered they all have one thing in common, and he published a book about it. Please welcome author and success expert Alex Banayan. Alex, congratulations on the book. I'm so happy for you, and thank you for coming to the Jam.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
Well, let's start with the title, The Third Door. What does that mean?
So what I learned over the past 7 years while working on this book is that every single person I interviewed, while they're completely different on the outside, at their core, they treat life and business and success the exact same way.
Wow.
And the analogy that came to me is that it's sort of like getting into a nightclub. There's always 3 ways in. So there's the first door, the main entrance, where the line curves around the block, where 99% of people wait around hoping to get in.
Right.
And then there's the second door, the VIP entrance, where the billionaires and celebrities sneak through. And school and society have this way of making us feel like those are the only 2 ways in. You're either born into it or you wait your turn like everybody else. But what I've learned is that there's always the third door. And it's the door where you have to jump out of line, run down the alley, bang on the door 100 times, crack open the window, go through the kitchen. There's always a way in. And it doesn't matter if that's how Gates sold his first piece of software or how Lady Gaga got her first record deal. They all took the third door.
The third door. You definitely chased down alleys and climbed your way into the third door. We're going to get into that. But first, take me back a little bit to the moment you're in college, you're 19, you're at USC, you're pre-med. Your parents are immigrants who gave up everything for you to succeed, and you drop out of college. Why take the leap?
So that was one of the scariest moments in my life. Because like you mentioned, my parents came to this country with a dream of me going to medical school and having a safe, steady career path. And for me, the whole reason I set out to take the leap for this book was because it was the book I was dreaming of reading. I was going through a life crisis. I was staring up at the ceiling. And I had this belief that if all of these people come together, not for press, not to promote anything, but really just to share their best wisdom with the next generation, young people can do so much more.
And you hacked your journey by hacking, or I'm sorry, you funded your journey by just hacking a game show.
So
how in the world?
So 2 nights before final exams my freshman year of college, I found tickets to The Price is Right. And I knew I needed money to fund this journey because, I was buried in student loan debt. I was all out of bar mitzvah cash. So there had to be a way to make some quick money. So that's when I found tickets to The Price is Right. And I'd never seen a full episode of the show before, but I thought, how hard could it be? So I decided to pull an all-nighter, but I didn't study for finals. I started to hack The Price is Right. And I went on the show the next day and did this ridiculous strategy and ended up winning the whole showcase showdown, winning a sailboat, selling the sailboat, and that's how I funded the book.
On top of that, you did a ton of outrageous things to get these interviews. I mean, you chased Larry King in a supermarket.
So Larry King, the craziest thing is I chased him through this grocery store, and he pretty much wanted a restraining order from me because I'm this crazy 19-year-old running down the sidewalk yelling, "Mr. King!" But finally, when we ended up meeting at breakfast and he heard about the book, he's like, "All right, I'm in." And over the course of 5 years, we've had breakfast together about 50 times.
What's one other outrageous thing you did to get one of these interviews?
So with Warren Buffett, it was this 8-month quest where I would write letter after letter after letter, call his office week after week after week. I sent a shoe to his office. And what ended up happening is me and my 6 childhood best friends ended up going to Omaha and hacking Warren Buffett's shareholders meeting and asking our questions in front of 30,000 people.
Persistence is really the name of the game for you reading this book. That's what I kept coming back to, is just you did not take no for an answer more than anybody I'd have ever heard of.
And the crazy part is that while persistence is really the core of this book, there's also a little asterisk about the dangers of over-persistence.
Yes.
And with Buffett, I learned that the hard way, where I had banged on his door so many times that when Bill Gates' office finally came to my aid to try to help me get that interview, Buffett's office was pretty much like, we know all about Alex, and this is not happening.
Well, one of the things that impressed me the most about this book is that while you were trying to learn about all of these successful tycoons and celebrities' journeys, it really became about your path and your journey and your third door. What's been the biggest takeaway for you?
For me, I've learned that while you can give someone all the best tools and knowledge in the world, sometimes their life can still feel stuck. But if you change what someone believes is possible, they'll never be the same. And at the core, this book is really about possibility. It's about changing what people believe they can achieve.
Yeah, that's a perfect note to end on. I read this book on one flight to LA, and I cried, I laughed, and I cried again. I could not put it down. So if you guys read one book this year, this is the one to read. To purchase it, go to Amazon or visit thirddoorbook.com. Alex Banayan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.